Hello everybody and welcome to That's Football. I'm Mark Goldbridge and are Liverpool in crisis after dropping points at home at Anfield against Manchester United? Because I tell you what, I can't speak. I can't understand it. I cannot understand it. I've been over to film the football fill-in with Ben Foster today. I'm driving over there and I'm driving back and all it is on the radio is Liverpool. It's not acceptable. It's not good enough. Liverpool should be held accountable for not being able to beat Manchester United yesterday. I've seen Liverpool fans taking pops at certain players. And I almost feel like going, this is a great football club, Liverpool, with, intelligent fans. But I think some of them maybe not so, because I don't. You've won one Premier League in its 30-year history. You've drawn at home to your biggest rival, and there's an outcry of crisis. And I'm like, look, are Liverpool in crisis? Are Liverpool in trouble? Well, I think there's a conversation to be had about whether they're good enough to win a title, and I want to talk about that. But crisis is incredible. I mean, some of the players that have been questioned, I've seen Nunez get questioned. I've seen Diaz get questioned. I've seen Mo Salah get questioned. I'm like, look, very simple about Mo Salah for me. Plays for our biggest rival. Nobody wants him to flop more than me, but he's the best player in the league. And I hate to say it, but he is. He's an incredible player. If Liverpool fans don't want him, if you think it's time for him to go, get him in an Uber, send him to Old Trafford. Even though he's played for Liverpool, I'd take him in a heartbeat. Incredible player. And I think what you saw yesterday was a little bit of luck from Man United, a lot of heart, and a little bit like when Burnley go to Anfield. We had to play like that. Because I tell you what, if we opened up, you'd have beat us 5 or 6-0 again. We had to go there. Is it shameful? Only in relation to what United are at the moment and what Liverpool are. Liverpool are title contenders. We went to Anfield and parked the bus and made it frustrating for you. To judge people like Nunez and Salah and Diaz in a game like that when United are playing so deep and just boot it out, whatever. It's ridiculous, especially in relation to, how well Liverpool have played so far this season. They're 1 point off the top and they play Arsenal next Saturday night. They win that. They're top at Christmas. I was listening to Graham Souness on the radio and he was almost getting, bombarded with, you should be criticising Liverpool. You should be criticising Liverpool. And I was like, is this the world we live in now? Have we lost the ability to, soak up reality? There's United fans moaning about how we played yesterday, and I'm like, there's only one way to play if you want to get a result, and that's what we did. It's a reality. And as for Liverpool, look, I've seen Man United in many title races. There are always 2 or 3 of these every season where you're the better team, somebody comes, get a little bit of luck, you can't put the ball in the back of the net, they defend well, they're only interested in defending, and you end up drawing 1-1 or 0-0. It's just one of those. I don't think it's... And I think the fact that it's Manchester United as well, it's basically a derby. Anything can happen in a derby. It's a draw. I think if I was a Liverpool fan, I'd be looking at Crystal Palace, 70 minutes, weren't playing very well, 1-2-1. Last 10 minutes against Fulham, you're losing at Anfield, you win the game. Sheffield United, scrappy 1-0. Man City at the Etihad, Man City, probably the better team, you managed to get a draw. So I think Liverpool are having a very, very good season. I don't think there's a crisis. I don't think they're in trouble. I would probably say they might just be, as we talk about the title race, a little bit ahead of where many people thought they would be. To rebuild a midfield in one summer has been incredible from Jurgen Klopp, and to put them in a title race has been deserved, but also quite shocking, I suppose. They're definitely a work in progress, but look, Diaz is a good player, not been himself for quite a while since the injury. Nunez, yes, you want more. Salah is going to have the odd bad game. I just think that, and their midfield was missing McAllister. So, and then yet they still had 8 corners, 30 shots, 8 shots on target. They could have won the game. Trent shot from the edge of the box, a couple of headers, different days they go in. And if you score 1, we weren't going to come back from that. They scored 7 in March. They just needed 1 yesterday and they would have beaten us. They'd be top of the league and everyone would say Liverpool are going to win the league. These are the margins in football, but the overreaction. I mean, even as a Man United fan, I'm sat there going, I'm really happy with the draw, but I'm listening to all this stuff and I'm going, I would love to be in Liverpool's position. I'd love to be in their position. And the amount of moaning I've heard about individual players or the result, and it's not acceptable. I'm like, bloody hell. What is happening to football? They'll be sacking Klopp next. I think the majority aren't, but you know what? The vocal minority can damage the story. And as I said, I've seen some right nonsense over the last 24 hours, and I just don't get it. I think if you spoke to a Liverpool fan at the start of the season, they wouldn't have you top at Christmas. No way. So to be in this position and moaning about it, I find it really it's spoiled behaviour. It's a bit like what Van Dijk said after the game yesterday. And I actually understand Van Dijk. You've just come off the pitch. It's a frustrating draw. You want to beat your rival. Man United have obviously played very defensive. Only one team wants to win it, etc. But look, Van Dijk's won one Premier League at Liverpool. They've not dominated the English football scene. To be speaking like they have, it's just pure frustration. Of course it is. And I get that. But they've got a massive game against Arsenal on Saturday. I cannot wait to cover that watch along with you. It's going to be in a massive game. And I think that game is, I mean, you don't win anything at Christmas, but if Liverpool win, they're top at Christmas. If Arsenal win, they're top at Christmas. If it's a draw, Arsenal, or maybe even Aston Villa. Let's be honest, it'll be Aston Villa top at Christmas if it's a draw. So it's amazing. And you'd expect Villa to beat Sheffield United on Friday night and be top, 41 points. So, yeah, it's incredible. If whoever wins out of Villa, Liverpool and Arsenal could be top for Christmas. It's as simple as that. And no Man City in sight because they don't even play. But look, I think I do find it really odd. And as for the game yesterday, I thought Varane was fantastic. I thought Luke Shaw was fantastic. I thought Johnny Evans played well. I thought Delos played well before he got sent off. There is this obsession that, Mo Salah has got to score a hat-trick every game against Manchester United, or Diaz has got to score, or someone else has got to score. It's 0-0. You didn't lose the game. It probably feels like it a little bit, but it's 0-0. You're unbeaten. It's not a bad result. It's not a bad result at all. And if they lose to Arsenal next week, then maybe there is a conversation to be had about whether Liverpool are title contenders, but they'll still be title contenders. They'll only be 4 points off the top if they lose to Arsenal at Anfield. And, you look at Arsenal last season, they've been in a title race. I just don't get it. I don't get it. I think, what I think it is, if I'm being completely honest, what I think it is? I think there were so many people in the media were expecting Liverpool to win that I think a lot of Liverpool fans thought they were going to win. And I think everybody expected Liverpool to win. And then, therefore, everybody expected that from this morning, it would be all about Man United in crisis, Ten Hag out. And all those drafts of stories that were going to be written have had to go in the recycle bin. And you can't really go at United when they've been to Anfield and got a draw against a team that's won all the 7 games in the Premier League and have been top of the Premier League. So what's the story? Wasteful Liverpool in crisis. But it's got no legs. They really wanted the Ten Hag out story. He's been battered by Liverpool, and it would have had loads of legs. But they can't run that, so they've got to run Liverpool. And to me, I woke up this morning and I saw it all, and I was like, this is really ridiculous. Some of the stuff I've seen Liverpool fans saying as well. Again, stupid minority, whatever you want to call it, I don't know, but it's really forced. It's really forced to go after that Liverpool team and say, well, they're not doing this right, they're not doing that right. This player needs to go that. You're basically top of the league. You're 1 point off the top and you play Arsenal on Saturday. It's not the time for negativity. It's not the time for, analysis. It's the time to enjoy it. And, I just think because we got a 0-0, there needs to be a story. And actually, there really isn't much of a story, is it? Frustrating day for Liverpool. Hard-fought draw for Manchester United. You move on. Simple as that. As for the title, Aston Villa. I'm not saying they're going to win it, but I just think playing Friday night against Sheffield United, get the 3 points on the board, and then Arsenal or Liverpool need to win to go top for Christmas. It just sets it up even more. It's a 3-horse race at the moment because Man City aren't in it. I expect Man City to come back into it, but right here, right now, I would say it's a 3-horse race. I still get in the comments, if you were going to rank your top 4, how would you do it at the moment? For me, I can't pick between Liverpool and Arsenal. That's why I can't wait for Saturday. Aston Villa definitely 3rd and Man City 4th. But I think that for the title still, I think if Man City get De Bruyne back and keep him fit, they're the team that's capable of doing it because they've done it before. But then in this league, do you really think Man City are going to win 13 games in a row? I mean, to win 13 games in a row, you're going to have to beat Arsenal, Liverpool, Villa, Tottenham, Newcastle, West Ham, Brighton, Chelsea. I don't know whether that's possible this season. And long may this title continue. This is a great race. Get your comments in below. I'll speak to you on the next one.